WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Wcbi County residents are getting a status report on the county schools.
Superintendent Rod Broadnax is giving a State of the Schools address. Our Quentin Smith is at that meeting. He joins us live from Macon with more on what's happening. Quentin.
Andrea, this is something Wcbi County residents had circled on their calendar, and that's evident by the big crowd that's on hand tonight. You may remember it was almost a year ago when Rodriguez Broadnax was brought in as the interim superintendent after the school district was taken over by the state. Well, tonight, Broadnax is going to give an update on all of the progress that was made within that year. He'll be giving updates on things such as academic performance, teacher staffing, as well as the school's budget. Now, along with that, Broadnax will also unveil his 5-year strategic plan to help get the Wcbi County School District back on track. Now, the meeting is getting underway right now as we speak. I'm going to head on inside, but we'll have more from this meeting coming up tonight on WCBI News at 9 and 10. But for now, reporting live in Macon, Quentin Smith, WCBI News.
From mold problems to being displaced, the past 2 years have been challenging for employees at the Abernathy Federal Courthouse.
Now that building is getting a makeover. Our Riley Livingston takes a look at what it's taken to get to this point. She joins us in the studio with that story.
New windows, carpet, and HVAC units, just some of the things contractors will be working on. But for Chief Judge Sharon Aycock, the renovated courthouse is going to be mold-free. Back in 2017, mold forced the closing of the Abernathy Federal Courthouse and displaced employees. But a top-to-bottom renovation will soon be underway.
It feels wonderful to be ready to get start with construction and finish it. And I think we're going to have a beautiful building. It's going to be clean, nice, mold-free.
But getting to this point hasn't been easy.
First of all, just imagine that you vacate all employees from a courthouse building, and then because of the mold, we had to bring in a vendor that could clean every single item down to the pencils, books in the courthouse. And then, of course, also is the planning, the development, the examination of the systems. It's truly been a daily project since about February of 2018.
To help pay for the $12 million project, the court partnered with the General Services Administration and Tennessee Valley Authority to get a utility energy service contract to replace mold-infected HVAC systems and energy upgrades.
To do this type of contract, anything you do has to have an energy savings component to it. So we had to make sure, unfortunately, we couldn't do some other things we wanted to, so we're using other funds for that. If we waited on other funding, it would be years.
The cost of the project is high, but Aycock says it's more practical than the alternative.
So many people have inquired why not build a new courthouse. Well, we're building a courthouse on a shoestring in Greenville, and it's a $40 million project. So no, we could not build a new courthouse. So we just had to do the next best thing.
The courthouse is a point of pride for Aberdeen, and Aycock says it was important to keep it there.
We are in a rural part of the state. We look for industry and economic development assets, work that the courthouse generates, the business, the comings and goings, the salaries that are generated by court employees is one of Monroe County's largest industries.
Boots are expected to hit the ground in September or October. The energy project should take about a year to complete, with move-in hopefully getting underway at the beginning of 2021.
A public-private partnership lays the groundwork for a future project to develop and attract industry to North Mississippi. There was a groundbreaking today for a spec building at Martintown South Industrial Park in New Albany. It's the first project by a group of private investors known as Enhance Mississippi. The 100,000 square foot building will be marketed to manufacturers and can be customized to their own needs, and state and federal grants will help improve infrastructure at the industrial park. An access road is also being built for the Martintown North Industrial Park. Time now to turn things over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson with a first look at our forecast. Keith?
Enjoy a live view here in Louisville, Mississippi. A gorgeous afternoon. What a great day we've had. Yet another fantastic, almost autumn-like July day. Temperatures are currently in the low and mid 80s. Some of you, though, like Tupelo, are still at 87, but generally low to mid 80s right now as the sun gets a little bit lower on the western horizon. This evening, 80s give way to 70s and some upper 60s here by late this evening. A great night. Lows should be down into the low to mid 60s. Look at this again. Clear, quiet, and comfortable. Not too bad at all here on our Thursday night. For you Friday, maybe a degree or two warmer in many spots, up to around 90, mostly sunny, still warm and dry. I'm back with your weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
On what would have been his 78th birthday, Emmett Till is in the news again, and the U.S. Justice Department is apparently investigating a photograph of 3 young men holding guns posing in front of a Till memorial sign. The picture was released today by the Mississippi Center for Investigative Reporting. According to their reporting, the 3 men attend the University of Mississippi. These students have apparently been suspended from Kappa Alpha fraternity. Till's beating and murder in 1955 at the age of 14 is considered to be a catalyst for the civil rights movement. The sign is full of bullet holes, but there is no proof that the 3 are responsible for the damage. The article says an Ole Miss student saw the photo on an Instagram post and made a formal bias complaint with the school. The university apparently handed the photo over to the university police, who, according to the article, contacted the FBI.
A traffic stop by the Clay County Sheriff's Office K-9 unit lands a West Point man in jail. 34-year-old Thomas Rogers is charged with possession of methamphetamine along with 2 traffic violations. Clay County Sheriff Eddie Scott says a small amount of meth was found on Rogers. His bond was set at $5,000. He remains in custody.
Pickens County's new sheriff says he's looking to the future and ready to make a positive impact. Today is Sheriff Todd Hall's first day on the job. The former Gordo police chief says he's ready to work for the people of the West Alabama County and instill confidence in the sheriff's department. Governor Kay Ivey appointed Hall to the position yesterday. This comes after former Sheriff David Abston resigned and later pled guilty to 2 federal charges. Hall believes county leaders are willing to listen to what needs deputies have while on patrol.
Resources are always a problem in a rural area, and you know, Pickens County is a very rural county, and resources are an issue with us. So we're going to be looking at working with, of course, the county commission, and I've already spoken with some of the commissioners and all, and they understand that our position.
Pickens County Coroner Chad Harless served as acting sheriff until Hall was appointed.
It's a big birthday and a big present for a Columbus woman.
We find out what she's celebrating when we come back.
Welcome back. A Columbus woman is celebrating a big birthday in a big way. She's moving into a brand new home. This is Miss Mary Bush. She is 90 years young today. It just so happens to be the day also that she's moving into her new home built by volunteers with Habitat for Humanity. To help her celebrate, she had family members coming into town. She has children who drove from Texas, Oklahoma, and Birmingham to be here for the special occasion. Ms. Bush says you are never too old to celebrate.
Today is your birthday.
Yes, it is.
You're getting to see your new home. Just tell, what are you
Sure
feeling?
it is, and I love it. And I ain't spent no night, but I'm going to spend the night tonight. I'm feeling happy. I've been happy today. Shedding my little tear. Having a good time with my family.
She's spending the night tonight. I love it. Her family will be in town for the next few days, helping her get things sorted out and let the celebration continue.
A summer reading program in Columbus wraps up with an indoor parade, songs, and a whole lot of fun. This morning, Mother Goose hosted a special program at the library for kids who've been coming to her program throughout the summer at the library. They've been sharing story hour, learning about good manners, and playing games. Our very own Andrea Self and her daughter Emily helped lead songs and hand out certificates and goodie bags at the program.
And a camp in Columbus is teaching kids how to be leaders. Gear Up Leadership Academy is a summer camp at Genesis Church. Today, the children ages 4 through 14 were taking part in a scavenger hunt exercise. This camp focuses on leadership, working together, and helping build self-confidence. The camp wraps up tomorrow.
Camp is ramping on up, which means school is right around the corner. We have fall. I know, Andrea, it's right around the corner. And fall-like temperatures are here, even though it's still July. Your full forecast is next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
A great day here in Vernon, Alabama. Our Alpha Insurance time lapse at Durham's Pharmacy. Some friendly clouds moving across the sky, some blue sky. That's always nice to see. No storms out there. We've had our share of storms and rain around here. And right now it is a gorgeous Thursday evening. Get out there and make the most of it after this newscast. Of course, we've got temperatures in the 80s all the way from the low 80s in Starkville to the upper 80s in Tupelo. Let's talk about the weekend. Around 90 Saturday, we're partly cloudy and dry. Sunday, partly cloudy, 90 degrees, just a 20% chance for a stray shower storm. Probably more humidity in the air on Sunday. The afternoon highs, though, for the next 5 days, around 90, give or take. That's a little bit below the average, but our overnight lows will be climbing from the low to mid 60s back up to the low 70s, and that's a testament to the moisture that will be coming on back here. So it will feel more humid, more summer-like in just a few days. Right now, it's warm, yes, but the air is so dry, it just feels so nice out there. We have a big area of high pressure way up here across the northeast, and that still is directing this dry air our way. You have to go down to the Gulf of Mexico, and you see that front there? That's where the showers and storms are. But as we go through time, some of that moisture will come on back. Now, we've had a lot of recent moisture with Tropical Storm Barry and some other pop-up showers and storms. So the drought monitor came out today. Our area is now drought-free. The entire state of Mississippi is. Still pockets of dryness over there in Alabama and parts of Georgia and Florida. For tonight, though, we stay dry, clear, quiet, and comfortable. Low 60s, 63 degrees, give or take. Some of you will be cooler than that, I would suspect. 90 tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm and dry. Southeasterly winds at about 3 to 7 here. So we talked about this earlier over on our 5 o'clock show. Upper 80s to low 90s here across our region. Our city-by-city forecast. Not too bad at all here. For our Friday, we're partly cloudy. A fair amount of sunshine. Go all the way down to the Gulf, and that's where the best chance for some of those stray showers or storms will be tomorrow. And for Saturday, let me show you that with Futurecast. Tomorrow, some friendly clouds around here. As we get into our Saturday, the closer you get to the Gulf, the better chance for some of those showers and storms. But around here, we'll call it partly cloudy. Now, some of that moisture starts to creep back to the north a little bit on Sunday. So southwestern Mississippi, the best shot for rain. We're going to go with a 20% chance, just a heads to bet here for Sunday. But most of us will stay dry for the next 3 days. That takes us through the weekend. Next week, still around 90, more showers and storms, more humidity.
The high school football tour makes the trip to Wcbi County to check in with the Tigers. See the preview next in sports.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
In true Mississippi State fashion, Samantha Ricketts waving that cowbell loud and proud while being introduced as the newest head softball coach. As the former associate coach, Ricketts has the advantage of already being familiar with her team. Now as she begins this new era of Bulldog softball, she already knows what changes she's looking to make. One of those plans, she says, using more data and more technology.
We used it quite a bit in our offense, I think more and more each year. We brought in sensors this past year that we used every day in the fall. There's also a couple of different systems that will measure things such as, exit velocity, attack angle, all of that. And I think we can use those more. I always think we can do more with it. And also with the pitching side, I think we can use it a lot more. And just so that the girls understand spin rate, trajectory, what their break points are on their pitches, and they have actual measurable goals for what they want to do and what they might want to see their curveball do.
By Wcbi County standards, last year was a down year. In Tigers country, state championships are the expectation, and a lot of new faces will be charged with bringing a 6th gold ball to Macon, Mississippi. The Wcbi County Tigers are the 33rd stop on the high school football tour.
WCBI's 60 Schools in 60 Days is brought to you by Sparklight.
The Tyrone Shorter era at Wcbi County has come to a close, opening the door for a familiar face to take the reins. Former player and assistant coach Teddy Young is now the leader of the Tigers. Young stepping up to the challenge of continuing success for his hometown team.
It's a dream come true. I played here, won my first state championship here. I won a state championship as the offensive coordinator and assistant coach. So I'm still getting used to it. Sometimes I wake up, still can't believe myself.
He been getting on my tail a lot, so they really built my bond with him and a lot. And the off-season work, well, like right now we're getting at it. So, a little trash talk here and there.
A new head coach will lead a lot of new faces. The Tigers will be a young bunch after losing 20 talented seniors from a season ago. Change happening everywhere in Macon and forcing key players in new positions. Most notably, leading tackler Marlon Wyndham taking on the role of quarterback.
At first, when I first started, I was a little nervous, and I didn't know I can do it or not. But my team needed a quarterback, so I stepped up.
I've been coaching them since they was in Pee Wee. This senior class, I'm blessed with a great senior class. Don't have too many, have like 12, but they leaders. The younger kids looking up to them, and I feel like I can put my prints on the program how I want it.
The theme of new doesn't just stop in the locker room. Wcbi County's reign of terror over Class 4A has come to an end with the Tigers' reclassification to Region 4 3A. So a new head coach, new players, new region. But there's only one thing that doesn't change in Wcbi County, and that's the pursuit of the gold ball.
They hungry. They hungry to get to Hattiesburg. That's all they talk about, getting to Hattiesburg. And I think they've been working hard. They've been showing up to summer workout. They know it's starting in the weight room.
The group of guys I got, well, they push me hard. I push them hard. We stay on each other's tail a lot. We don't want no list from nobody.
It's a lot of people sleeping on us. Just go out and show out.
The new era in Wcbi County begins with a monster rivalry showdown, a home meeting with the Louisville Wildcats in Week 1. With the Tigers on the high school football tour, Tom Ebel, WCBI Sports.
60 Schools in 60 Days with Wcbi County High School was brought to you by Frida D. Phillips, Circuit Court Clerk of Wcbi County.
Nice weather again tomorrow. Highs around 90.
We'll take it.
Absolutely. Have a good night, everyone.